And football history will be made in the Bluefield, West Virginia community tomorrow.
It sure will. Bluefield State College is set to play its first football game since 1980. Sports Director Hannah Howard takes a look back at the Big Blues history on the gridiron.
Bluefield State College football, a fond memory for many, revived into a new reality Saturday. Right here at Mitchell Stadium, fans will pack the stands to watch Big Blue football play for the first time in more than 40 years. It's a program reborn in the midst of a global pandemic.
I think what's amazing is that a year ago right now, we were just sitting here deciding to have football.
But why is it so important to bring the sport back to a school that hasn't fielded a team since 1980?
In many ways, it symbolizes a revival of Bluefield State that we're trying to accomplish.
Flashback to the 1920s, the first documented history of Bluefield State College football, formerly known as the Bluefield Colored Institute.
Harry Jefferson got on the scene very early as a very successful coach, and the team started to get better. They started out with about 20 kids playing football in the leather helmet era. The Pittsburgh Herald-Courier and the Chicago Defender, which were two major newspapers for African Americans in the day, declared Bluefield State the national black college champion. That was in 27-28.
A 1920s success story. Nelson says the team saw ups and downs through the 30s and 40s before joining the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference in the 1950s, forming a rivalry with another HBCU, West Virginia State College. In the following years, the team saw various successes under coaches Tony Colabro and Sid Cure, but the 60s brought about the beginning of the end.
The student housing was closed because of a bombing on campus right at Thanksgiving break in the late 60s. And with the absence of student housing, it was very difficult for Bluefield State to be competitive.
But the team held on in the 70s.
We had two coaches. My freshman year was Mickey Watson, and then my sophomore year was Tony Zavonar.
But little did Large know his senior season in the fall of 1980 would be the last season for the Big Blue football program.
In January of 1981, it was announced that Bluefield State would no longer have football. The football program was being dropped. And it was a very sad day for Bluefield State College.
41 years later, a vision reborn. But not a vision without its hardships. Building a football program from the ground up is no easy task.
So one of the things that we were obviously concerned about is when you're starting a program is how your program gets off the ground, and the reputation it builds early is going to continue on for at least years to come.
Enter the man entrusted with the job, Tony Copsa, a former college football player with experience as a college assistant coach and an NFL assistant coach.
It means the world. It means the world to me. That, again, being a leader most of my life, I understand what it is when someone gives you that type of role, puts you in charge of people. And knowing the first day I got here and being around, just seeing the emotion and the passion that people had for football and Bluefield State football being gone, and the support I've gotten from President Capehart all the way down has been unbelievable, and surrounding us with people who want to be a part of the same thing.
Be a part of building a brand new brotherhood. That is the Big Blue football team.
And I'm a West Point grad, I'm an Army football player, and my Army football brotherhood means the world to me. Along with I'm also in Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. That brotherhood means the world to me. Having that type of bond and those type of friendships, I'm trying to build that here.
It's a concept that dates back to the 1920s, the very beginning of Big Blue football.
If you're a historically black college, there's a couple of things that are unique. Bluefield State always, in those days, was extremely tightly knit.
As the Big Blue football team takes the field on Saturday, emotions will be high as college football returns to Bluefield, West Virginia for the first time in 41 years.
But win, lose, or draw, it's a victory for Bluefield State College and a big, big win.
Kickoff on Saturday right here at Mitchell Stadium, noontime against Lawrence Tech.